For a while now, I've had the goal of trying to be someone who wakes up earlier so that I can be out and about enjoying how beautiful the world is around sunrise time. I mean, look at this light. Oh, it's so beautiful. It makes me want to cry. It's just sitting there waiting to be seen. You just have to get out of bed to see it. My body just seems to really like going to bed at midnight and waking up at 8 a.m. But for the next few weeks, sunrise is, I think, only like 7:10. So before we actually change the clocks, I'm going to really try and take advantage of having a sunrise that's pretty late in the morning. I read somewhere recently that getting up and going outside into the early morning light and spending even just 15 minutes in that light ends up helping you to sleep better the next night, to help get your body's clock wired properly. So it seems like a pretty good bonus on top of just how beautiful it is. Plus, if you're out in the woods first thing in the morning, probably it's just you and the bears and the deer. And so, should you wish to dance and pretend that you're still ice skating, which is something I used to do, you can, and there's no one to laugh at you. So I've set the goal of making 7 o'clock be my wake up time now until we change the clocks. And then hopefully when we do fall back and now sunrise will be much earlier, I'll still be able to adjust and maybe even get up a little bit earlier and become that person who enjoys the sunrise every morning and watches as the light just shines over everything and makes it all come to life. The challenge, of course, is that I'm very, very determined in my goals all day long and all evening. But in the morning time, not as determined. I'm a little weak when that alarm goes off. So we'll see how this challenge goes. For now, it was just such a beautiful morning this first time out, and I can't wait to get out tomorrow morning too. Along with waking up earlier, another goal that I have for myself right now is just to continue to work on self-kindness. It's something I've been working on for a long time. I've talked about this before in other videos, and I know I'm far, far, far from alone in my feelings and my struggles, because people have left so many comments about how they too struggle with trying to really appreciate themselves. I find it so easy to spend time outside, driving around, walking through forests, walking through anywhere, and just looking around and being so in love with everything around me. But then when it comes to myself, it's not always quite as easy. I've gotten so much better though at just being patient with myself and knowing that it takes time to fix any of our problems or any of our struggles. So right now I'm leaning in really hard on just trying to do nice things for myself, like making some bone broth that I know will really nourish my body. spending the time and effort to put real food into my body. It's something that I didn't used to do, and now that I've been doing it for quite some time, it's just a chance and a time for me to think about how much I appreciate my body and to then give back to it, because it's because of my body that I'm able to go out and enjoy nature. Speaking of nature, my plant babies are all huge. I brought them out in the summertime and they were just so happy. So now I've combined a lot of my spider plants into a few pots and I've got to find room for them. The tricky thing with a small space is that you do run out of space. So I've chosen to go up a little bit and install a hook so that I can hang one of my plants there. I let my bone broth simmer for about 48 hours, so it's very rich, and now it's ready to be turned into the most delicious chicken and rice soup. You want chicken? Real bad? Okay. So I just gave Charlie his first bit of chicken. He is going to be 2 years old in March, but I've been really strict with him with his diet. I did all this research before getting him, choosing the food that I felt was best for him, and I just really have been strict. I haven't given him very much of my food. Like, I don't give him table scraps as I'm eating, even though I'm eating good food and it would be fine for him mostly. But I give him lots of little veggies like green beans and carrots. He loves green beans and carrots. But I've never given him any of my meats. And I just finished off making my bone broth and my chicken and rice soup. And I was putting the chicken in, and he was just staring at me so longingly. So he just got his first chicken, and he is now obsessed. He's out in the kitchen crying as we speak because he wants more chicken. He never cries like this when I'm not in the room. So I guess the chicken was a real hit. Maybe his little body needed it as much as mine did. My body starts to tell me, usually around August, my body starts to say it wants a soup. I don't want anything really warm in the summertime. My body just doesn't want it. And then as it gets colder, my body starts to tell me that it wants nourishing, warm, cozy things. And it's usually about the end of September that I end up starting to make my first bone broths and stews and things like that. So it definitely, even though today's a pretty warm day, it's in the 60s, it feels very fall and cozy to me because of the fact that I have this incredibly pungent smell of bone broth in my house right now. But totally worth it because it's one of those things that it just feels like I'm doing something really kind for my body, something really nourishing. And I don't know, it probably seems a little odd, or maybe it doesn't, I don't know, but it feels like an act of self-love, just myself taking a minute to be really kind for myself, kind to myself by making something that takes a bit of time and effort to make, but that's not only delicious and feeds me, but it really nourishes me. So I like that feeling. I enjoy taking that time. And I'm just curious. I would love to know in the comments below what things you like to do that are, meant to nourish and be kind to your body. Whether it's foot soaks or whatever it is, what's your self-care go-to? Because I think it's such a neat thing to hear what other people do, what other people enjoy. Just like I know as far as getting up early, that's really not some people saying it's kind of not my thing either. I don't seem to have a body that leans towards that naturally. It likes to stay up at night. I get like a creative wind that hits me in the evenings. And usually around like 11 at night, I'm feeling pretty creative. Like I want to sit down. And if I sit down and start a project, a creative project especially, I'll be able to go all night and I'll be really creative. Like it's a good time for me. But then I just feel so thrown off. So I don't think I'm ever going to be like one of those 5 a.m. people, even though I think you can be really productive when you are someone who gets up really early like that. But like I had mentioned, I really do want to be up when the sun is just coming up, and I mean, it really is a special time. Sunset is special too. So I feel like I don't want to miss that beautiful sunrise anymore. Like it's too beautiful out there for me to not be out there to see it. And every single time that I've done a shoot with clients where I'm out there for sunrise, I'm just like, why am I missing this normally? But then the alarm goes off when I tell myself I'm going to do it just for me. And especially when it's cold, I'm just like, nah, never mind, I'll do it tomorrow. So I'm actually proud of myself that I've gotten out once now for that beautiful sunrise, and I'm planning to go out again tomorrow. And this is a really special time of year, actually, for early morning time shoots, too, because you often get that beautiful mist that's on the ground or on water, because it's pretty warm during the day, and then it drops to like, I think we were like 38 last night. So then as the morning comes again, you can really get beautiful, beautiful mist. And I mean, that's really a special thing to get to see. Or if you're someone who likes to take pictures or even just be out there enjoying it, it's just stunning. So I hope to be out there again tomorrow. And today I had checked and I saw that there was going to be sunshine. So I knew it was going to be a beautiful morning. But just even if there's no sunshine, it can still be its own kind of beautiful, and you never know what you're going to find out there. So that's one of the things I do love about photographing out in nature. You never quite know, even when you plan things out, you sometimes get some surprises that just blow your mind. So anyway, I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and I will see you next week for another video, I think. We'll see.